Good morning and welcome everybody to City Chat with City Magazine. I'm Kilee Harmon, General Manager of City Magazine, and today we are visiting with Jon Holth. Holth?
Yep.
Okay. I always have a hard time with last names. From Toasted Frog, which is right across the street.
Right there. Yep.
So you didn't have that far to walk.
It didn't take me long to get here.
Okay, good.
Nope,
You didn't have to find a parking spot, which I think I probably have a ticket by now. Oh,
Probably.
Well. Probably. Oh, well. So, well, good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Fabulous.
Okay.
Well, okay, so now, Toasted Frog.
Yep.
How did it begin? Take me back to the very, very beginning when you're like, I have this crazy idea.
Yeah, it's seems like it was so long ago. It wasn't actually that long ago. My business partner, Sean Clapp, and myself had worked together for a number of years in restaurants in the region, both in Grand Forks and in Fargo.
Okay.
And in that time working together, we talked, kind of in passing that we would like to open up our own place someday. And in 2005, a location opened up in Grand Forks, downtown, that we thought was a great location. At the time, we really had no plans to open up a restaurant. Sean was working in Fargo, I was working in Grand Forks.
Okay.
But we really felt that the location was something that we couldn't pass up. So we started to work feverishly on securing the location, securing financing, and we opened our doors in May of 2006. So we just celebrated our 5-year anniversary.
Very cool, with the Grand Forks location.
With the Grand Forks location, yep.
Okay,
yep.
So now I'm actually from Grand Forks.
Oh, okay.
I grew up in Grand Forks, East Grand Forks. And I didn't know you grew up there.
Mm-hmm, yep.
So what are you, a Century or River Rat?
I'm a Grand Forks Red River graduate.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry, I had to do that, a little dig. Okay, so your guys' location for Toasted Frog is in the old Lola's, am I correct?
That's correct. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We're right downtown on North 3rd Street in Grand Forks, so the river is right outside the back door. So, yep.
Yeah, wow, you guys opened in 2006, and then you obviously flooded.
We had the flood wall. We're protected.
You guys were protected. Okay, for 2007.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's good. I mean, how did you guys feel during that time frame?
It was, after we were fine. I mean, the big flood was in 1997. So after that.
Oh God, that's what am I thinking?
So,
it's been way. I mean, I grew up during it. I can't believe wow.
So.
You had the flood wall after the big flood, which makes sense. Okay, never mind.
Yep.
Just
we felt
forget
safe.
that question.
We felt safe.
Obviously, you can see like how time does fly, and I can't even remember.
Yep.
Okay, so now when did you guys decide to open up here in Bismarck, and why Bismarck?
We we were about 3 years into the location in Grand Forks, and we'd received just a great reception from the community in Grand Forks, and had some success there. Staying nice and busy, and got a lot of great feedback. And it was always in our original business plan that we talked about having more than one location. We just didn't know when that would happen. And so it was about 3 years in we started looking at possible other cities to open up a second location. Part of our concept, we feel it's important for us to be downtown. In Grand Forks, the downtown is really a destination district. It's the heart of the town. We get a lot of foot traffic. So we wanted that wherever we opened up our second location. We kind of got in on the ground level in Grand Forks of that happening. We opened up right when that really started to come together.
Yeah.
And, in the past 5 years, downtown has just really evolved in Grand Forks. There was just 2 or 3 restaurants downtown when we opened up, and now there's, probably 10.
Wow.
It's
been a while since I've been back there, so.
Yeah, and we were, Sean and I were a part of the opening of the Hotel Donaldson in Fargo, so we saw that happening in Fargo as well. So we kind of got to see that happen in both downtowns that we got to work in, and we really saw the same potential in Bismarck. There was some talk of some more places opening up downtown. It had a historic feel to it. So we kind of felt that Bismarck had that same potential, and we wanted to get in, if we could, on the ground level of that happening here as well.
So at what point in time did you guys really start honing in on Bismarck?
Actually, we started, it didn't take long after we started to talk about other cities that we decided on Bismarck. We actually didn't make any other visits to any of the other cities to look at real estate or anything like that. Once we visited downtown Bismarck and the city of Bismarck, we knew that this was it for us.
Wow, for the second location.
For the second location.
Okay.
So, after we decided that, then it was just a couple trips down here to look at real estate, and we really lucked out finding a good corner spot in downtown.
So when did you guys actually find because you guys are in the old, what is it, was it Regis Hairstyling?
Yeah, it was the hairstyling college. Okay. Yep. We found the location. We actually secured the building about a year and a half before we opened. The hairstyling college was building a new building. They were under lease. So we kind of had some time to work on the project and things like that. So, so we've had the building for quite a while, but and we did quite a bit of renovation, so that took some time as well.
You totally did a lot of renovations. I mean,
we did.
You can't even tell before that it was a hair academy.
Yeah, it looks completely different, and we really wanted to try to keep the same look that we had in Grand Forks, the same feel to it, which is kind of that historic, almost warehouse type feel with exposed brick and exposed beams in the ceiling and spiral ductwork and lots of art and things like that. We wanted to keep that same feel to it. It's a different shape building than in Grand Forks, but it's really got the same feel to it. So we just kind of stripped everything down and let the architecture speak for itself.
So now, when did you guys actually open your doors here in
December 7th, 2010.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So that's a day that's ingrained in your head, I'm sure, that you'll never forget.
It is, absolutely. May 1st, 2006 in Grand Forks, December 7th, 2010 here in Bismarck.
And how's it been going? Because it's been, about 5 months now?
Yeah, been about 5 months. Coming up on 6 months. It's gone great. We've got a great reception from the community so far. It was a lot easier the second time around opening a restaurant than the first time, just because we'd done it once before. We had a little bit of expertise in our corner. But so far it's gone really well. We've had great crowds. We've gotten a lot of great feedback from the community. So we're happy.
So now, your partner, does he stay and manage the Grand Forks one, and you're basically here for Bismarck?
Yep, we ran the Grand Forks one together until this one came up, and I relocated here with my wife, and then Sean runs the one in Grand Forks, and I moved here to run this one in Bismarck. So. Very
cool. So Bismarck is obviously, you're loving this area.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been great. We really like it. It's there's a lot of similarities to Grand Forks and a lot of differences too that make it unique that we really enjoyed. So
well, that was another question I had. Like, how is the Toasted Frog here? I know you said you tried to keep everything similar. The shape of the building is different, but like, how other ways? I mean, is Toasted Frog here different than the one in Grand Forks?
There's really not many differences at all. We kept the exact same menu.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
Yep. Like I said, we kind of kept the same look and feel to it. We have it's a little bit bigger here than in Grand Forks. We've got about 20 more seats here than we have in Grand Forks, but we just found a bigger building here.
Yep.
But we've kept everything the same. It's a model that's worked for us well in Grand Forks. Really the people of Bismarck, as far as the market and the clientele, aren't a whole lot different than Grand Forks. So we said, well, if this is working for us in Grand Forks, it'll most likely work for us in Bismarck. So we kept the same martini list and wine list and beer list and menu that we did in Grand Forks.
Very cool.
Not a whole lot of differences.
Well, right now, like, what would you say are your top 3 sellers here in Bismarck? And versus Grand Forks, what are the top 3 sellers there?
There are some differences in the markets as far as what we sell. We seem to sell more fish in Grand Forks than we do in Bismarck, and we sell more steaks in Bismarck than we do in Grand Forks.
I think it's the east-west thing, getting a little bit more West River.
Yep, absolutely. So,
closer to West River.
We have great nightly specials that we do every night, and those have always been a big seller at both locations for us. We do a nightly steak special and a seafood special and a pasta special. We get fresh fish flown in from Hawaii every week, so we've always got fresh fish, and those are always big sellers for us. We've got a wood-fired oven, or wood-fired pizzas. We do nice crisp thin crust pizzas, and those have always been big sellers for us as well. And that's been the case at both locations too. But we've found that Bismarck is a little more pizza friendly as well, so we've sold a lot more pizzas here too. So.
That's interesting, because I would almost think that Grand Forks pizza. Well, I guess I grew up Grand Forks, and my dad loved pizza, so I always went to every pizza joint there was. So I guess that was just part of my culture and my family. So okay, when it comes to the fish from Hawaii, do you get the state fish, and can you name the state fish?
The state fish from Hawaii?
Yeah.
No, I can't name the state fish from Hawaii.
Because it is a super duper long name, and I just wanted to see if you could do it.
Not a clue. Sorry.
Okay,
not a clue.
okay.
No, it's actually a pretty unique company. We work with the Honolulu Fish Company, and they're a smaller company that they'll go out and catch a few different things off the boat, and they'll call us and say, "This is what we caught today. What would you like?" So it's usually 2 or 3 different options. But it's always super fresh as you can get in the middle of North Dakota.
Right off the boat. That's really crazy.
Yep. So it's usually we'll talk to them Monday morning, and Tuesday morning it'll be here packed in ice.
Have you ever gone out there to kind of visit them and see them?
I haven't yet.
I haven't
yet, yeah.
I'm thinking your wife is probably saying to take me on vacation to Hawaii.
It's on the short list, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to get there. So.
Oh, that's very cool. Well, I do have a couple more questions here. Let's see.
Sure.
What do I want to ask you? Oh, big one. I mean, how has it been with the other businesses that are here in the downtown area?
It's been fantastic. We've got a great reception from the downtown community since we've been here. What's really nice is, I've got the chance to meet with other downtown bar and restaurant owners on a regular basis, and everybody's kind of working together to accomplish the same goal, which is to drive foot traffic and just traffic in general downtown. In Grand Forks and in Fargo, you see people come downtown and park their cars and hop from place to place. And we're starting to see that a little bit more in Bismarck, and that's that potential that we saw. That just helps everybody. So the more people we can get downtown, the better. If people don't know where they'd like to eat, they can say, well, let's just head downtown, and then decide when they get downtown, because they've got multiple options. So, everybody in the downtown community and Bismarck in general has been, very helpful and receptive and very kind about having us downtown. So
are you guys part of the downtown association?
We are. Yep.
Okay, and so what are you guys? I mean, you said that you're working with the other restaurants, to achieve that goal. What are you guys all planning, and what have you guys done together? Well, specifically at this point,
the biggest thing that we've been working on is parking. I think that's the biggest issue that faces downtown right now, is just finding ample parking. So we've been working with the Parking Authority and with the Downtown Business Association and the other restaurant and bar owners to try to secure some better parking for both employees and guests alike. That's kind of really starting with the parking ramps. So we've been working hard to try to make the parking ramps friendly and more accessible for people to use, and I think we're really moving in the right direction. So so far that's gone well. We've can always be better. Parking is going to be an issue, and it's not going to get any quieter downtown. It's just going to get busier.
Exactly, and that's kind of the whole goal.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So we're trying to stay proactive with that and stay ahead of the game rather than wait till it's so busy that there's no parking and then panic. So it's been great being on the same page with all the other restaurant and bar owners. And
so does it look like they're planning to build more parking facilities?
What we're trying to work on right now is to get the parking ramps so that they're accessible to guests in the evening without having to pay for them. Right now you can park on the street for free. It costs you money to park in the parking ramp. So, we would like to see, the parking ramps be available to guests in the evening time and not cost anything. We're working towards that, and the Parking Authority has been kind enough to meet with us and work with us, and I think we're close to a solution. So that's been great. That's cool.
So, everybody's almost favorite part of the meal is the dessert. What kind of dessert options do you guys have? And you could have brought me a little dessert, but I understand.
I know. That's a good businessman that I have to make you come in the restaurant.
Very true. I love it. Touche. Okay.
We do great desserts. We don't do a crazy big dessert menu. We have 5 desserts on our menu that we focus on and try to do really well. We kind of do a little bit of something for everyone. There's for the chocolate lovers, we've got a flourless chocolate pudding cake with vanilla ice cream and hazelnut chocolate and caramel sauces. Cheese lovers, we've got baked brie, which is our brie cheese wrapped in phyllo dough with brandied apples and caramel sauce.
Well, you probably don't want to hear this, but that's my puppy's name, Brie.
Oh, well, maybe you won't have that dessert then. Maybe
I probably won't eat my puppy. No,
probably not. Right?
Yeah.
If you want to
be,
it
does sound good though.
It is delicious. I've had it for my entree many times rather than dessert, but we do have, for if you want to be really indulgent, we've got deep fried cheesecake.